Previously on Ys IX Monstrum Nox, Sarati pulled a fast one in the party and tried to steal the treasure underneath the Dandelion, but the party saved her from monsters and recruited her. The party then took on an optional Grindelwald Nox in order to unlock the prison outskirts. Finally, they went to the Groaning Grotto and defeated a giant ant boss armed with cannons. $2,000 gold. Aha, here it is.
Whoa, a treasure chest.
Life elixir. Dry aged meat. Alright. And there's a hole here too. Wait, didn't Adol use this hole before? Two doors. We could maybe use a different hole, I don't know. West Dumping Ground. We've been here before.
There's something different about this area.
There are still active traps here. Likely from when this was a fortress.
Taking point.
I got this.
Taking point.
Problem is there's also those invincible enemies, which really fucking suck. Oh my goodness.
Something here. Is this a dead end?
Look, smashing things ain't the only way to get around.
I have detected something.
Okay, we made it through all that somehow. And there's the chest I was unable to get as Adol. Tempest Elixir. I have an idea. What if I use this? It worked! It worked! I can just use my charge attack to kill them. Or was that a different type? I don't know. This is the interior of the prison. Yes, it would appear the passage led here after all. Big surprise. Whoever made that roar must be somewhere up ahead. But if that's the case, who's keeping it here, and for what? Nothing good if I had to guess. Please don't, Adol. I'm nervous enough as it is. Let us proceed. The answers we seek are likely dwelling deeper within. That woman. Preposterous. Could this be what he testified about during the interrogation? They're hiding something, but what? I'll just have to find out for myself. She didn't notice the Monstrums, huh? We've seen that lady in town before. What was it she was observing? What was that? Some kind of lizard? That does not seem entirely correct, though how exactly I cannot say. Ha! Fierce little guy, isn't he? Perhaps the roar we heard originated from this creature. I'm pretty sure we're looking for something a lot bigger than this. So, what is this creature doing locked up in here in the first place? Exotic pets have been pretty popular in high society, but not quite like this. Well, we're not gonna figure it out twiddling our thumbs around here. If this guy ain't what we're after, let's keep moving on ahead.
There seems to be quite the commotion. I wonder what's causing it.
Preposterous! Preposterous, I say! Wasn't that the lady from earlier?
She must have been pretty scared if she didn't notice us. Now I'm dying to know what she saw.
Retreat! Retreat at once! Damn it all! Nobody said it was this strong!
Make sure the garrison doesn't find out about this!
What are you Monstrums doing here?
Come on! All that matters right now is Master Shadowlord's orders!
Yes, sir!
I have a bad feeling about this.
I don't. Sounds like a good time to me.
Okay, we do have a save point.
An opportune chance to
Oh,
rest.
come on, it's this guy.
How many?
10. That should be enough.
What?
Okay, 90 so far.
I've just got to thank you.
Tempest Elixir. Thanks a bunch. Okay.
Nice. What is this thing?
I've heard this roar before. Adol! I think that's the same one we heard at the Colosseum!
It looks much more ferocious than I had anticipated.
That's what I like to hear.
Alright, I had to give up on getting a clean run. So the gimmick here is that you have to use Valkyrie Hammer to break the crystals on Avalodragil. But the tail is very difficult to get to because Avalodragil will always try to face you whenever possible. So you have to use Flash Move to slow down time in order to actually hit the tail crystals. Very inconvenient while also trying to deal with the attack patterns.
You well-aimed strikes.
The fact that you have to spend a lot of time charging up Valkyrie Hammer also kind of sucks. Okay, that takes care of the most problematic one. Unfortunately, while it's stunned, using attacks that temporarily stop time, which are usually the most expensive ones, is actually a disadvantage because then the stun gauge will still go down, which is really annoying. Okay. Unfortunately, Avalodragil, while its defense is probably a lot lower than before, its offense is still as strong as ever. And I'm already pretty. My characters are already pretty wounded just from trying to deal with the crystals. Okay, now that that's the halfway point, it's gonna try to rush to the walk to the middle. This is your chance to get a bit of damage in to make the next phase a little bit shorter because it's really brutal. You know, it's charging up an explosion. You can either try to stay away or try to get in close and see if you can block it, but it's pretty damaging. It's probably better to just be at close range since it's probably going to hit you from a long distance anyways. That's not good. End up having to use items anyways. Strangely, I didn't end up taking... I don't think I took any damage after I used items, so I might not have actually needed it after all. Oh well, better safe than sorry.
Attack inbound. Brace yourselves.
And now there's fire pillars everywhere that I very luckily managed to dodge. I even managed to get a little bit of a flash move loop going here. Didn't last very long, but it really helped cut down the time. And that meant I didn't have to deal with some of the trickier patterns that it had in store for me.
Whoa! Encore! Encore!
What is it doing?
It is being engulfed by its own flames.
It's so powerful.
Enhanced.
I seriously kill it in the middle of the party's dialogue. Heh.
Did we defeat it? This beast, it just wouldn't stay down.
Yes. Its strength surpassed that of the creatures in the Grimwald.
It was tougher than I thought, I'll give it that. And it's gone. I've never seen a beast like that. What about you, Adol? You're the adventurer, aren't you?
That looked like a primordial.
Primordials, huh? Where have I heard that before? Something about giant lizards that ruled the world a long time ago.
You're right. I remember when everyone was talking about them a while back. I believe they're currently being researched in Garmin. But they should have been extinct for ages now.
Then what's something that's supposed to be extinct doing in this prison?
Isn't it obvious? Someone must have brought it here.
This area seems to be under the jurisdiction of the Hieroglyph Knights.
Yeah. I wonder what the bigwigs are up to.
Did we just see something we weren't supposed to?
Yeah, probably.
I apologize for the disturbance, Monstrums.
We are not ready for this guy.
Shadowlord! I thought I smelled a rat.
Do you wish to duel again so soon, Hawk? A hasty decision. 20 points. You have only just bested my primordial, have you not?
What's that? Is that a confession I hear? You're admitting that this primordial was your doing?
Denying it would serve no further purpose. Now, Crimson King, I had every confidence you would find this place, sooner or later.
What's going on in this prison?
You will need to see it with your own eyes. That is your way of doing things, is it not? But unfortunately, you will find no such information here.
Does he know who you are, Adol?
Master Shadowlord, are you aware of the incident at the Colosseum?
I have received a report of it, yes.
Then you should know that this primordial set that bull into a rage.
I do. It is most regrettable that lives were endangered.
I knew it. Then tell me. What are the Hieroglyph Knights even for?
Yufa.
The citizens of Balduq entrust the Hieroglyph Knights with their lives. You're supposed to protect them. So what were you thinking? Hiding something so dangerous in the prison?
You are the Raging Bull, correct? If you wish to know why this is happening, or who you are, then seize the answer to your questions by force.
Who we are? What do you mean by that?
We're done playing your games, Shadowlord. Cut the crap and tell us what you know.
You must learn the truth for yourselves.
Bullshit.
The truth is not so simple that it can be explained by words alone. Only when you discover it on your own can you make a meaningful decision. And when that time comes, you will understand that our actions are not driven by treachery.
How does that have anything to do with what we're asking you?
Everyone, the alarm bells!
Adol, I sense people approaching.
The knights you passed earlier must have reported you. We have authority over this sector, but Roman soldiers will respond to the alarm. Escape while you still can.
And miss this chance to fight you? You're not getting off that easy.
I have no desire to run nor hide, Hawk. Or should I say, Lieutenant Grotto Eyeblinger.
What?
Nothing gets past you, does it, Master Shadowlord?
Our chances of escape diminish the longer we wait.
Fine. Let's get out of here.
After an encounter with the Primordial, its roar was never heard again. The postponed events of the Colosseum resumed as if nothing had happened. Elle and Felix healed quickly, and life returned to normal, or so they thought. The Monstrum's visit to the prison left them with countless questions and uncertainties. What could the Master of the Hieroglyph Knights be planning? What is his involvement with the Monstrums? Each clue they discovered only evoked more mysteries to be unveiled.
Hey, there's something that's been bothering me for a while.
There's always something bothering you.
You ever wonder why these inmates are being held here, in this tower? Why is it that they get treated differently than the rest of the special sector? And do you ever see those traps they set up to discourage inmates from escaping?
It's beyond my pay grade to be asking questions like that. But if you ask me, they're probably criminals they really don't want people finding out about.
What? You mean like they're bloodthirsty murderers or something? That red-haired prisoner doesn't look like one, though. He congratulated me when I told him my wife gave birth.
I don't mean just murderers. A long time ago, a prisoner with an iron mask was held here. They said it was a royal who lost the fight for the throne. Don't be fooled by appearances. That red-haired guy's probably got a history too.
Does that mean he's a high-profile prisoner?
No, high-profile inmates belong in the special sector downstairs, like you said. Come on, enough with the chatter. Let's finish up the rounds.
You've got a promise of Marius to keep. Hopefully he's still in the chapel today. Yawn. Alley-oop. Oh hey there, Adol. We meet again. I came as promised. You don't say. I've been looking forward to this, you know? Let's get right to it. Remember those access passes I mentioned last time? You're gonna need one if you plan on getting around here in the special sector. As long as you've got a pass on you, the guards won't suspect a thing. How am I supposed to get one? It's going to be a bit of a hassle, but there should be a way. Let me guess, a dungeon that I have to defeat. See, there's this inmate in the special sector. Let's just call him an exchanger. Getting his help on this is your best bet. You're only one, actually. How do I know I can trust him? Sounds like one gutsy inmate. Well, he's not in here for being a law-abiding citizen, you know? Apparently, the guards have been paid off enough to turn a blind eye to his dealings. First thing to know, he only accepts prospective exchanges in person. In other words, you're going to need to find him yourself over at the salon. Once you think you found him, wait until he gives you the code word. Sounds like a cautious man. Well, I would be too if I were the one running the risk. Which one goes better with tea, sugar or jam? Once he asks you that, you're going to respond with brandy. That's the code word that tells him you're there for business. From there, the rest is up to you. Sounds like a plan, Adol? I'm not sure. I'll see what I can do. Great, I'm sure you'll pull it off just fine out there, Adol. This sector is linked to all sorts of places. The communal cells, the machine labor mines. Having an access pass will make things that much more convenient for you. Anyway, just be patient until he strikes up a conversation with you. As for me, I'll be taking a little doze off here until you get back with the good news. Brazen Man. The man gives Adol a silent once-over, but nothing more. Hey you, let me ask you something. Which one goes better with tea, sugar or jam? Brandy. Good choice. You're just as easy to pick out as I've been told. Come with me, I'll hear what you have to say. Name's Ratchet. Ratchet the Exchanger. Don't bother introducing yourself. The identities of those I deal with are of little importance to me. What matters is if they've got anything valuable enough worth exchanging for. Quid pro quo, that's my ironclad rule. You want something, you gotta give something. So let me just ask you this. What is it you're after here? I want an access pass. Hey, keep your voice down. You do know what you're saying, right? We've got all sorts of unsavory types here, so I won't be asking why you need it. But the thing is, an access pass is almost like a form of identification here. So naturally, there ain't a lot of them out in the circulation. I can get you your pass, but I'll need something of equal value in return. It'll have to be something rare, something you wouldn't normally find here in the prison. Too bad you didn't get to keep any of your old gear from the previous game. Maybe that would have been a good exchange. Can you just put it in my tab? Okay, can you just put it in my tab? That's... sorry, kid, I can't give credit. It's quid pro quo or nothing. You don't have something of equal value to trade. Procure it. Understood, I'll do just that. Good to know you're quick on the uptake. If there's one thing you do have in your possession right now, it's information. There's a fellow here who knows how to put a price on a good piece of intel. Find him and the two of you just might be able to work something out. Now be off with you, kid. Chop chop. Pardon me, Sonny, but you wouldn't happen to be searching for something, would you? I've heard talk about a red-haired newcomer slipping in and out of the chapel, you see. Are you the informant? Well now, good on you for figuring that out. My name is Gosh, but folks around here know me better as the informant. You see me going through a spot of trouble, am I right? I may not have exactly what you want, but I do have something of equal value. I trust you catch my meaning. What do you want? What else could an informant want but information? If you can present me with intel privy only to you, I'll give you your item of equal value. Layout of the watchtower, info on the interrogators, well I can tell you about those thieves. Do any of these matter? The layout of the watchtower? Do you have that? The watchtower? You're referring to the one located in the corner of the special sector, I presume. Intel in an off-limits area like that would be quite valuable indeed. Or it would be if anyone cared to know. Sorry, but no dice. Info about the interrogator? Oh, you're talking about that haughty snob of a lass, aren't you? I have had a good deal of inmates requesting particulars about her. Very well, you've piqued old Gaucher's interest. I'll take whatever you know. That was the correct answer. Dang, I should have picked the third one. You told Gaucher everything you knew about Ingrid. Oh, I see. So her name is Ingrid, and she's here on direct orders from Romn. Yes, this is useful information. Useful information indeed. But if I may ask one thing, how do I know it's reliable? Should this prove false, my reputation as an informant would plummet. How do you plan to guarantee the credibility of this so-called scoop? You're just gonna have to trust me. Now, why do I place my faith in someone I've only just met today? This won't be enough to earn you any compensation, I'm afraid. How about if I vouch for him? You! I'll stake my word on his. Is that credibility enough for you? I don't know. Haven't you only just met this red-haired lad yourself? Why go so out of your way to vouch on his behalf? You know full well the way I operate as an informant. That I do. You of all people should be able to tell right away where someone is lying, no? After all, an informant who can't tell lies from truth is hardly one worthy of trust. Well, of course I can. Don't think you can sell me short just because I'm old. I knew the lad was telling the truth from the moment he opened his mouth. Ah. Oh, he did, huh? Grr. Oh, alright, there's no room for doubt anymore, thanks to your wheedling. Here you are, Sonny. Due compensation for a tip-off. You receive a small box. Within that box is a premium cigar sourced from Britaille. My sources say one of the nobles in the special sector has been requesting one. I have no doubt in my mind Bratchet will jump at the chance to snatch it up. Thank you very much. You really are a peculiar one. I had you pegged as a man of dignity, but I realize now that you're just a patsy. You'll have to play your cards better if you plan on making it in here. Phew, not a moment too soon, huh? You were taking longer than I expected, so I figured I'd come check on you. Guess I just ended up meddling in things though, huh? Thanks for helping me out. No, I almost got ripped off there. You think so? Somehow I get the feeling you would have managed on your own anyway. At any rate, this should be enough to get you that access pass. Once you do, then we can really start getting down to business. Well, Adol, you should be all set to get yourself the access pass now. Once you do, then we can really get down to business. I'm getting riled up just thinking about it. Consider this a special deal of sorts. You have Marius to thank for that. I have not the slightest clue what you may be up to. But I know you know where to find me, should you come across any more juicy intel. Who knows, perhaps I'll buy it off you for a sizable price next time. Yes, I do believe I've heard a rumor or two about her myself. Seems nowadays they keep her up in a special cell on the floor above. She may be a commoner, but she's an upstanding woman nevertheless. Apparently she holds a great deal of influence outside the prison, even now. If only we could take advantage of it, but I hear that's easier said than done. She's supposedly famed among Gleans. I'd certainly like to meet her if even once. What is it? You seem to be searching for someone. Could it perhaps be that I, the prince of the prison, am the one you so fervently seek? Oh, so that's a no then, is it? How utterly disappointing. That blasted warden tries to limit our special privileges at every turn. I don't care for it one bit. Can't we just oust him and be done with it? Oh, you're back. So what do you bring? It's gotta be at least moderately valuable, or the exchange is off. You present the premium cigar to Bratchet. I don't believe it. Is that a premium written cigar you got there? How did you manage to pry it out of that old miser's hands? I'll never know. Getting a hold of these outside of prison is hard enough as it is. Wasn't exactly easy. Valuable enough for you? I'll say, there's an upper-class inmate who's been wanting one of these for a while now. You'll hear no complaints from me. Here, you earn this. Access pass. By the way, have you heard anything about any inmates disappearing from the prison? Did they break out? We're talking more than just a few people here, kid. And you know this place ain't easy to bust out of. How about this then? You ever hear of a place called the Restricted Sector? Not until just now, no. Sounds familiar. That's so? Maybe you've heard one of the rumors going around recently. Apparently, only a special few knights and soldiers are allowed in or out of it. Word is that all of those folks who end up in, vanished ended up taken there. Of course, rumors like that are gold a dozen here, but we can't be too careful. If you need anything else, you know where to find me and what to say. Nice doing business with you, kid. Hey there, Adol. I take it you're the proud new owner of a special sector access pass now? Yeah, it's all thanks to you. Oh, stop it. I barely did anything at all. More importantly, you should be able to get around better now that you have a pass. So what's Adol the Red got next on his agenda? I'd like a better idea of what's going on. Spoken with the calm sensibilities of a true adventurer. Like I mentioned before, this prison's a chock-full of mysteries to unravel. We should work on gathering intel before taking any decisive action. Why don't we split up for a while and see what we can find out? Sounds good. Glad you get it. We'll stand out too much if we work as a pair. Plus, I figure you'll have a better time going at it on your own. Alright, we're on the same page then. Let's get to it. We can rendezvous at the chapel if things start going south. Best of luck, my friend. I'll be seeing you in a bit. You want to go to the courtyard? That's not one I hear every day. But I won't stop you if you want to brave her. Just let me verify your access pass first. I hope that wasn't a trap. The access pass. Checks out. Proceed. We Roman soldiers are stationed in this central wing too. So don't try anything funny, alright? I'll also say I'm a little concerned about those rumors. Guess it doesn't really matter though, as long as I follow Warden Belger's orders. You may proceed. But remember, we Roman soldiers are stationed in this central wing too. Okay. You! I recognize that mop of red hair anywhere. An unfamiliar inmate addresses you. Oh, so you're gonna play dumb, huh? You remember damn well who I am. The hell are you roaming around about for? Don't tell me you have an access pass. Inmate 163, no talking during labor hours. Unless you fancy yourself a nice long visit to solitary. Wait, this guy's the one who set me up. Raise another stink and I'll see to it you get another few shifts to enjoy. Am I understood? You there, you have the proper authorization, I assume. You present your access pass. Alright, move along then. You may have a pass, but that doesn't give you permission to cause any trouble. You've got to be kidding me. What did I do to deserve this? You've got to be kidding me. How did you get in this special sector? That old man got himself broken out by the Monstrums too. The hell's going on here? This appears to be the central tower. You can see regular inmates being ready for penal labor a ways away. You spot the man you met when you first arrived in Balduq, the warden of the prison. Some sort of problem must have arisen from the looks of it. Perhaps following him will lead you to information that will help you escape. You can actually go down there. Hieroglyph Knights are standing guard. You shouldn't get any closer than necessary. Hey you, with the red hair. I assume you have an access pass. You present your pass. Something doesn't sit right about this, but fine, go on ahead. Don't do anything stupid. That red mob won't be hard to identify. Wait, is that Ingrid? This is gonna be a very awkward scene. A massive lizard, no, a primordial, breaking out on a rampage is beyond preposterous. I must be more exhausted than I thought if I'm hallucinating to this extent. Though the warden did seem strangely tense when we spoke earlier. Get it together, Ingrid. You have a mission to focus on. Imagine if she just turned around. She would be very confused. Do you hear? Apparently something happened in the restricted sector. Again, aren't the knights supposed to have that place under control? What in the world are they doing over there? That must be where they had the primordial. Keep in mind, we aren't even allowed to step inside the restricted sector. I know. Still, that place has been nothing but trouble. Up ahead is Jillian Mines, the prison's penal labor site for general inmates. You shouldn't have any business with the place thanks to your special privileges. It's one of the more toilsome sites as far as penal labor goes. A fitting place to atone for your crimes, I suppose. Warden Belger forced his way in just a little while ago. He just kept barreling through, no matter how much the knights told him to stop. Thanks to that, the knights aren't keeping watch, though they're still playing outside. I'm never gonna break out of this joint, am I? The restricted sector lies ahead. Those without permission are barred from entry. A sturdy lock is fitted onto the door, but it's taken off already, but seems to have been unlatched. Did the prison warden head this way? Open. No choice. Oh boy. May have to duel this man and his allies. I see, so this is the restricted sector, huh? You think it's true that all those missing inmates were actually brought here? From the look of it, even the Romans have a tough time getting in. Why is it the knights are standing guard? Why is Warden Belger here? That's a good question, too. Balduq prison was seized from Glia by the Roman army. I get that it's the garrison who assigns the knights their guarding duties. But what we're seeing here is pretty at odds with what we've heard. Hey Adol, you don't suppose there's any chance we could get ourselves inside? I mean, we've made it this far. I'd like to see just what they're keeping in there. I was thinking just the same. Why you'd say that? Great minds really do think alike, huh? I highly doubt we'll be able to sneak in from the front. Why don't we try looking around, see if we can find our way in.
How should we get in? Maybe through the ventilation shafts? There's a door northwest of the courtyard. If there is a way in, it'll be through there.
It's gotta go all the way back up. There it is. The security's pretty sparse too. The area event I mentioned is in the warehouse of the penal labor site just past the door. In all likelihood, it should connect right to the restricted sector, given its location. Let's go check it out. There's an air vent hidden behind the storage containers. We've got our blind spot. No one ever bars the proper patrols in here. This air vent should have another one just like it on the other end. Might be our way into the restricted sector. It's worth a try in any case. Clear it away. Alright, let's get this over with before someone spots us. Go through the vent. Whew, that was a bit of a squeeze. Looks like my hunch was right. We've made it into the restricted sector without too much trouble. There's still guards on watch. Fair point. Let's tread lightly looking around.
This place looks different from the other sectors. It's missing that prison pizzazz, you know?
There's only one readable book here. Map of Balduq Fortress.
Balduq Fortress? Looks like time's really taken its toll on this thing. It's ancient. Must be a map of Balduq long before it became a prison city. These lines leading away from the fortress must be the old escape routes. There are parts of this map that are too damaged to make out, though.
You've got a real treasure there, Marius. We might be able to use this to escape.
It's kindling that spirit of adventure of yours, isn't it? Maybe the escape routes are still intact. One leading from the special sector. Ah! There's one connecting the Jillian mines and the cemetery. Adol, doesn't it strike you as odd? The prison's underground layout should have been unknown. That means that this map is...
Enough! I demand to know!
What's that about?
Sounds like an argument. I know that voice.
It's coming from the other side of that door.
Like I was saying, people will grow suspicious if these unwarranted arrests persist. On top of that, I've been hearing reports of giant monsters in the prison. Upon investigation, I found that your restricted sector was at the center of it all. Some reports even claim that inmates are being taken there.
That is interesting indeed.
Don't play dumb with me, Shadowlord. The Hieroglyph Knights have accomplished much. That's the only reason you were allowed to continue preserving the peace in Balduq. But it's become apparent that your Hieroglyph Knights have crossed the line. I expected you to be more prudent in the absence of the Governor General. My understanding is that the restricted sector was established 7 years ago. It was during this time that you founded the Glean chapter of the Hieroglyph Knights. I will ask you again, Master Shadowlord. What is it that you're planning here?
75 points. You pass. You are every bit the virtuous man you have always been, Belger. It is admirable, considering you were assigned to Glia due to your friction with your superiors.
What? How do you know about that?
Detain him.
Finally showing your true colors, are you? You can't do this, Shadowlord. What are you gonna do with me?
It is your moment, Belger. To prove your worth to whom the sovereignty of this land truly belongs to. Glia.
This is treason!
After you are processed, you will be returned to Romn. And then Balduq. No, Glia will finally be returned to its people.
I don't like the sound of that.
Oh, that explains why he told Hawk that he should use his power for Glia. Maybe that's why he spared the Monstrums, because maybe he knows about the Monstrums' missions. Maybe he even tried to get the Crimson King, set the Crimson King to meet Aprilis as well. Who knows?
I'm pretty sure we heard something we definitely shouldn't have. That was Warden Belger of the Roman Empire they just detained in there, right?
We should report this. I thought Belger was a scheming one. But who would we report this to? There's like... we don't know where the Governor General is. So there's really no one who can stop Shadowlord, is there? I thought Belger was a scheming one.
One thing's for sure. The Knights are instigating a coup as we speak. Anyway, let's get back to the special sector. We didn't hear anything at all. Whew, what a day. I hear a lot of rumors, but I never would have guessed the Knights were planning a coup.
Do they intend on starting a war?
I doubt they're stupid enough to pick a fight head-on with the Roman Empire. But there's no question they're planning on overthrowing them one way or another. They've already struck the first blow by capturing the Roman prison warden. It's probably safe to say that Shadowlord has been planning this for a long time. It's against my better judgment, but I can't turn a blind eye to this. I am a Roman after all. I need to find a way to report this to the Governor General. Sorry, Adol, but like it or not, you're part of this too now.
I don't mind at all. Is there anything I can do?
I'm not sure yet. I still need to wrap my head around all this. That reminds me, shouldn't you be worried someone might notice that you're gone from your cell?
Marius is right. It's nearly time for the rounds. It would be best to head back soon.
If the Knights are in control now, then things are going to change around here. We need to tread carefully from now on. Come back to the special sector only when you know it's safe.
Okay, Raging Bull's treasure end. Well, that should give me a decent amount of Nox to buy ingredients.
So the Hieroglyph Knights have primordials. That is quite concerning.
Primordials, huh? Ugh, it's like the Isle of Seiren all over again.
Fuck dinosaurs. Except Donna. Except Donna and her people.
If you guys thought the Monstrums were crazy, you've got another thing coming. How'd the Hieroglyph Knights even manage to get a hold of one anyway?
That reminds me, you gave us quite a shock when we found out you were a Monstrum, Yufa.
I'm sorry, everyone. I wasn't really doing much as a Monstrum until now. And I couldn't bring myself to tell everyone at the bar. You were all so busy helping Adol.
There's no need to apologize, darling. You did it for your siblings, right? You're not just their sister. You're a parent to them, too. Aren't they the reason why you didn't close your father's farm?
Yeah.
Don't you agree, my dear Adol?
Yeah, you have nothing to worry about. Family always comes first.
Oh my, Adol. Keep talking like that and I just might fall for you.
I've been meaning to ask you, Shantae. Did you already know about Yufa?
But of course.
You did? How?
Call it intuition, dear. We've been working together for a long time.
Is he a bar manager or a mind reader?
I can't believe there was a primordial in the prison, even if it wasn't a real one. I can only speculate what the Hieroglyph Knights are planning. Shatterlord didn't do us a favor by spelling it out either. However, it does seem like he knew about your curses. Still, he's seriously gonna... even with the primordials, will he be able to beat the Romans? Unlike the actual primordials, it seems like you don't really need any special type of ore in order to fight it. Like back in Seiren Isle. So I don't know how well it would actually do against the Roman army. We're probably not getting any more answers out of him. I guess it's back to ground zero then, Adol. It's pretty obvious he must have captured Adol in order to make a Monstrum out of him. Seems like everything falls into place way too conveniently. Will you ever get any more information at the bar? Oh, there was one thing. There's a place to the east of the Noble District called a Cultural Heritage Site. All the abandoned buildings and works of art have been left there for years. Recently, there have been sightings of a ghost allegedly harassing tourists. A ghost? Not this again. Maybe it's a Lemures like the ones you guys fight? Maybe, but normal people can't see Lemures. Maybe it really is a ghost. If it was a monster instead, there would have been casualties. We've heard only tidbits from several citizens. As innocuous as it may be, I suppose it is rather curious. It's worth checking out even if it's nothing. Yeah, you're right, and who knows, it might be the lead we needed. Sounds like more work than it's worth. Furthermore, my sources tell me new prisoners were admitted last night. Among them are those with unknown charges, as it seems. How awful. Oh, Parks, we still haven't found your friend yet, right? I don't like this. They're planning something, and I don't think it's a birthday party. Maybe you'll find something at the Cultural Heritage Site. Watch your back, Adol. The Renegade Secret. The last one to join us. New quests. Here goes nothing. Fettered by my standing as a lowly commoner, the powers that will not tolerate or love. But I will defy fate itself so that I may court a maiden as fair and noble as you. Anemona, will you marry me? I apologize, but I cannot do that. For I do not wish to relinquish my nobility nor share my wealth with you. What, Anemona? You're supposed to say yes and then we run off and elope. Oh hey, Adol. Anemona and I were pretending to be in a beautiful, forbidden, peasant, noble romance. I was a suitor and Anemona was a fair lady. Playing pretend with Anemona is the funnest thing I've ever had. Adol's purpose is to entertain children. So long as Archie is having fun, I will consider my objective fulfilled. This feels strangely familiar.
Adol!
Oh, Tito went upstairs, by the way. Sounded like someone came to see him. I wonder who, though.
Yes.
I've started up my search for the hidden treasure again. This bar may have been a bust, but it has to be in the city somewhere. You won't hold out on me if you come across any clues, right, Adol? I am exhausted. I was kind enough to offer my help once, and now Chante and Dogi keep asking me to do more. I have not had a break since this morning. I do not even work here. This is abuse. You have been working very hard, Iris. And everyone at the Dandelion has been better for it. On behalf of them, thank you, Iris. I do not want your thanks. I have better things to do than converse with you, Killjoys. By the way, Adol, did you have a chance to look at that letter? I spoke with Dogi about this, but he was busy. I would like to discuss it with you once you have the time to spare. Why must I help at the bar? Killing Lindheim is the only thing I care about.
Have a moment? Have a moment?
Iris has certainly enlivened the Dandelion of her presence. Now, the circumstances call for us to be more than mere observers. Unfortunately, however, I failed to discover any leads on the whereabouts of my friend. Look how beautiful the flowers have grown. They were planned when we first moved in, so I think of them as Dandelion staff too. Oh, that reminds me, Le Petit Floriste carries flowers from all over the world now. I got them after making a deal with a merchant in the main square. And I'm making progress, little by little.
Sure thing.
Remember the primordials, Adol? Takes you back to the Isle of Saren, doesn't it? Though my knowledge of the primordials is pretty much limited to what you told me. Apparently Laxia's research on them has gotten her pretty well known over in Garmin. With any luck, the Romans will leave her be. Anyway, you're about to partake in a ghost hunt at the Cultural Heritage Site, aren't you? Ghost or not, knock him dead, Adol. Kratos, how do you plan on handling your nightly duties from here on? What, that? I just make up some random excuse when they call for me. Can't really just waltz back in now I know my identity's been compromised. Though from what I could tell, Shadowlard's probably the only one who knows. Master Shadowlard, what could he be planning? Especially with that primordial you discovered in the prison. Beats me, but any numbskull could tell you it's nothing good. Me, I'm just hoping it makes for a good show. Ka! You never change. Or Seneschal's the bundle of nerves, ain't he? I'm just holding out until something fun comes our way. It's gotten to where I don't understand a thing at all anymore. Master Shadowlard, what in the world are you thinking? Hey Adol, hope things are going well out there. If you don't mind, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Mr. Burling. He's the head of the Craft Guild over at the Arson Lane. How goes it? I've just come to visit Tito here. I know I've put you through more than what you can forgive me for, but hear me out. About what happened to Gusko. The craftsman only slandered him out of jealousy for his unorthodox methods. Not a day goes by where I don't regret letting it drive you and Archie out of Arson Lane. I've since learned better. If you got time to be envious of another's skills in Spanish sharpening your own. I've taken this to heart, and I'm gonna make sure the other craftsmen know it too. I know this doesn't make up for what I did, but please, let me say one thing, Tito. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help you and your family. You have nothing to be sorry about, Mr. Burling. Archie and I know full well how hard you've been working for us. Nobody likes having bad rumors about them, but it's not gonna bring me down anymore. My focus should be on my work, and not some stupid gossip. Dad would have told us the same thing. Tito, Gusko raised a fine son. Your old man will be proud. And what of your life here? The manager of this bar has been treating you well, I trust. Yeah, very well, in fact. They're looking after Archie and they're letting me use their workshop too. Good, good. Wait, a workshop? You have a second workshop? Oh, thanks to the Dandelion, Archie and I are getting along just fine. You don't have to worry about us. We're gonna be okay here for a while. If you say so, I'm just glad that you're safe and you're having fun. I'm gonna have to give that manager of yours a proper thanks. Tito recounted everything that's been happening to him and Archie lately. Afterward, Tito returned to his workshop with a smile that stretched cheek to cheek. Journal updated, okay? Gusko's little boy has grown himself up without so much of a warning. Sounds like the owner of this bar has been keeping him well taken care of too. I reckon I'll make myself some personal introductions later on.
Well, if it isn't my darling...
The Monstrum's reputation seems to have risen since the events at the Colosseum. They say the Raging Bull was magnificent, and that the Crimson King is a hero. My dear Monstrum children growing up to be such distinguished superstars. As for the Knights, we'll find answers soon enough, so let's not torment ourselves about it. One foot in front of the other.
Go get 'em out there, darling.
Calling all strong men. It's that time of year again. That's right, the annual Strongman event, hosted exclusively at Balduq Coliseum. Unfortunately, one of our participants had to withdraw due to a sudden onset of illness. That's why I'm looking to recruit one lucky new challenger to take up the gauntlet. If your first thought is, I'm your strongman, head right down to the Coliseum reception desk at the Entertainment District to enter. Referrals welcome. Please know that Balduq Coliseum bylaws prohibit the usage of weaponry of any form during the competition. A Legend of Heroes. A wandering bard named Tetra am I, a poem about a hero I wish to make. This heroes grant tales through myths we rely, but carrying them bears no lucky break. I first make a plea for someone to take, for someone who knows these matters quite well. Under a bridge is where I do now dwell, betwixt Central District and the main square, setting up this elusive intel. Find me, and more of this quest I shall share. Tobacco to go. Inmate 906. The following solicitation was posted in private. I've been longing for a taste of home after all this time. Can you deliver a premium Glean cigar to me? P.S. Make sure Monstrum's deliver it in person. Wanted Dragia Haman. A Dragia Haman has appeared somewhere along a Sot Road. We'd be remiss to leave it as it is. Plus, I ask that you assist me by subduing it. Report to me once you found success in your efforts. I shall be waiting at the ruined belfry in the Central District. The war 8 years ago claimed the lives of a great number of Gleans. My best friend was one of them. Not a day goes by where I don't miss her. She's resting in peace at a cemetery just outside of town. Maybe I'll go visit again. I ordered some food, and this little girl dressed all in black brought it out to me. Between her, the barkeep, and that masked maid, this place has got quirks to spare. But you know, that's just what I like about it. Syl and Iris have been a huge help at the bar. Thanks to them, I'm finally getting some briefing room between my shifts at the Dandelion. I'm lucky everyone's so patient and supportive, especially with how worrisome I've been. I'll make sure to repay the favor by helping you out, Adol. I know there was a time I was just an empty seat, but that's all going to change. Well, that's right, the Victory Day Festival is coming up, isn't it? Glea's been celebrating it every year for around half a millennium now. Can't wait to see how Balduq plans to pull out the stops this time around. It goes to the Cultural Heritage site. I have many questions I'd like to ask it. Or perhaps I could let it possess me to write its autobiography, yes. And from it, I may be able to derive the method I've been searching for. Even so, I didn't deserve to be admonished the way I was.
Yes.
The professor is so reckless. If the ghost of the Heritage site is actually one of the Lemures, he could get hurt. I have to go remind him not to go there alone.
Adol!
I'm not holding a grudge over those rumors in town or anything, but it's still kind of a relief to hear all this from Mr. Burling. Alright, time to switch gears and get my head back into the training mode.
Mais oui. Adol.
Oh, I spoke to Krisha. She informed me more that you found a primordial inside the prison. There is only one explanation, Monstrums. The truth is nigh. Oh, I have always wanted to say that. Oh wait, allow me one more. Time to scoot, little newt. My whiskers impart upon me a sixth sense. Tonight there will be a turbulent moon. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Ys IX Monstrum Nox. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit that bell icon.